Laying around the house and I saw my dad call, and I don't talk to him too often. You know, try to keep in touch with him, but you know how things go. So I saw that he called. I called him back, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, Dad?" We're talking. He's like, "Oh, I was just calling you to wish you happy birthday." What are you talking about? It's your birthday tomorrow. I'm like, "Oh shit, is it? Is it 29th?" I'm like, "Nia, it's my birthday tomorrow." I had no clue. But the good thing about it is, Nia told her mom, and when her mom came to drop us off food, because she likes to cook for us, she gave me $100, which is nice. Seeing as it's Hawaii, once I leave the store up here with the pack of cigarettes, that $100 will be gone. And what is it? What time is it now? Let me go to time. And I got that 100 20 minutes ago. A little over 20 minutes ago I got it. And that was because I'm walking from place to place. $100 here is like, I don't know. Well, the value of money has pretty much to get $100 these days. You have to work as much for it as you always did. For $10, for $5, it takes the same amount of work to get that currency. But the currency itself is worth far less. I think I don't know, I mean, that's fucking obvious shit. That's some obvious shit, but here it's much more egregious. Because everything's more expensive anyway. Because everything we have here comes in on a ship, you know. Gets delivered by boat. So it's really, really expensive. And then regular prices going up, just regular inflation. I don't know people how they're living here. That's why I get so infuriated by the migrants that they brought over, because they all, you know, they're way nicer. They're living for free in like way nicer places than I live in, adding nothing but fucking crime. Hang on a second. God, man, just trying to get in that store is hard sometimes, because these workers, like these, first of all, there's like 6 people working there all the time. It's a small store, so, and anywhere you go in there, it's like from the entrance to all the most popular spots, like the entrance and the drink, fucking refrigerators over there. They're always like blocking them, doing stupid shit, like counting cans, like busy work to look like they're doing something. And it's like, man, you know. And then they're always like, you know, you're fucking, I'm trying to do something here. It's like, no, you're not. And by the way, where were all you guys when the morning I had an African trying to kill the lady because she wouldn't sell him she wouldn't sell him booze because he was underage? You're running around, you're all out back, you know. I sat with her. She's scared. They would do, I think I talked about this particular incident the other day in a Schizo Garage episode, but sometimes they don't get published. So they were 2 young bucks. I don't know if they were from the Dark Continent. They could have been from Philly or Chicago, where a lot of them come from, that they brought here. And they were underage, but they wanted to buy booze. She wouldn't sell it to them. And they started freaking out, like causing a scene in the store about racism, also, you know the fucking drill. And, you know, threatening her. So they do that thing like they do with cops. They started telling the lady behind the counter, to call her manager, like I guess to ask him, and she's telling, no, I am the store manager, because it's her store, you know, her family store. So they're like, call the building, who owns this building? You own the building? And she's like, no, call the building owner. Why can't you call the building owner? Because you don't want to call the building owner, because you know what'll happen. Because you racist. It's like, no. And she's like, the people that own the building don't even live in Hawaii. How do you fucking deal with someone like that, though? And they're just getting more violent and agitated. What do you do about that? Well, in a perfect world, you should give them pie. That's what you do. Scoop them up and throw them in a fucking dumpster. In a perfect world, that's what you would do. We don't live in one, though, unfortunately. Have a good night. As I say, hello, Mr. Obvious. The neighbors have to talk about fucking executing someone. But of course, you know, I'm kidding. I don't condone violence. Unless it's against white people, I think it's okay to condone violence then, right? That seems to be how it is. You know, you got bucks on here talking about killing white people and all this other kind of stuff. Because the thing is, like, even the system knows it's useless to try to explain to them. You can't make threats like that on the internet. That's like, you know, they know they don't know, and they know they couldn't understand, right? So they don't bother engaging with them because they know that they don't understand what you're saying. So that people like me get in trouble instead. The idea being, well, you should know better. That's how the two-tier justice comes into play. Someone like myself should know better. But those poor creatures, they're just fucking hopeless. They don't know. We have to protect them. So of course they're not really gonna kill you, and if they do, well, you know, we'll deal with it then. But fuck you. The Odin switch, man. Odin switch is coming. Brojax brothers are talking about that today, or as I used to call them, the Lomax brothers. They're just like, it's inevitable. Something's gonna happen. They had a smart one on today. For months and months, they've had their platform open to anyone that wants to come on and debate them. They don't look for debates. In fact, this isn't what they, you know, set out to do on their channel. But they always get all these messages, DMs, stuff on Twitter, stuff on Instagram, threatening their lives from Kangs. And I'll kill you. You talk to my man Dion. He come on your show. So they're like, all right, how'd Dion come on? So now it's turned into like pretty much every day. Black guy comes on, can't put two words together, threatens them, acts stupid, makes more threats, says crazy shit about history. They have this weird fantasy version of history that exists in their head thanks to TikTok videos funded by Jews that put like black guys in there that were like Pharaoh, you know, we were Pharaoh's guys. This is all funded by Jewish people anyway. Jewish people are like the grammar worm tongue in black people's ears.
You know, Tyrone, if it wasn't for the whites, you would be the king of Australia.
I know I would. I know I can. I could do it. They call me where I come from. They call me shapes and stairs. They call me the Nightfly. They call me the Gadfly. I could do it.
You could do it. It's the fucking white people, Tyrone.
You know, this is what's going on. So they come on there, and it's usually a shit show. The brothers know it's a waste of time. We all know it's a waste of time, but it's a good way for people to see what is in these, you know, what's in the heart here of these people. So they had a guy on today, though, and I had just fucking yesterday, I made a comment on one of the videos that a lot of people agreed with. as people usually do with my comments because they're fucking good. I was like, the floor here has been open for months, and not one smart one. And lo and behold, today we had a smart dude. And man, it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking because there's a guy here, right? He's just trying to live his life. He's a black guy, but he's reasonable. He can reason things out. He's self-aware. He doesn't want any shit. He doesn't want stuff. He just wants people to be able to live together and not have what we have now. And he was telling them, he's like, hey, I just want you to know there are black people out here that just want to have, live in harmony and just want to do our own thing and not have any of this division. And it's true. It's true. And you look at the guy and he's fucking, he speaks way better than I do. He's so well spoken. I'm not trying to do that meme, but it's like you look at him, you're like, man. But you can't start making exceptions because here's the thing, it's like, it's the don't let 99.9% of the bad apples spoil the whole bunch girl. He's an anomaly. He is a shooting star, this guy. And he may know other shooting stars. I know some too. I have black friends that are normal and they're not like that. They're not fucking trying to kill me all the time that I know of. I have Jewish friends, I have gay friends, I have bi friends. I have all kinds of, every group that someone may have a grievance with. That are just people, trying to get through life. Unfortunately, all these groups in one way or another have been weaponized against my people now. So it's come to a point where it's like, fuck. And like he was saying, he's like, there's going to be a lot of good people that are going to get caught in the crossfire. And it is going to be crossfire. I don't, like they were saying, we don't know how, we don't advocate for violence. You could look around out there and see what is happening and see what the ideas out there are, and take a look at Belfast and see how it works over there, and that blueprint. But then, right, you have guys like yesterday that are like, y'all, the European Americans, we the real Americans, you the European Americans, we think you should go back to Europe. You guys leave. And like, no, we think you guys should leave. You go back to Europe where you're from. And so we can't go back there because you took that over too. Because his thought was, before there were white people here, there was black people here, and they had this crazy civilization with these castles and kings, and at one point, like they said something to him about, I forget exactly. I don't want to misquote people, but he was taking it right up to almost being a Wakanda type situation there, and then white people came and destroyed it all, which seems to be a theme in these African fantasy civilization scenarios, that they build up this place with all this technology and these wonders, and it's peaceful, and then in comes Whitey, and even though they say he's primitive, Neanderthal, pig, they have no defense against him. He outsmarts them every time. It's like fucking Lucy with the football. The white man is Lucy. It's ridiculous. Their own fake alternate history story is just them being mocked over and over again by the white man. But they can't, they don't see that part of it. Everything is just, well, how come you can't do that now? We're a white man. Why didn't they do it in Africa? Or a white man? But the white man didn't have anything great. He was living in caves, as Neanderthal. You guys had all the technology. You built all these great cities. And the white man would just come along and with this fucking loincloth on and go, nope, and just fucking take it off. Like, what is this? But then, like, you can't apply logic to it. It's like arguing with an 8-year-old. No, you can't have cake before we eat. You have to eat first. No, I'm not have cake. Ah, laying on the ground, fucking kicking, start throwing punches at people. You know, you can't. That's what it is. And then, so when you get one of these guys that were there today, who was smart and like normal, and not like acting like an idiot, he didn't get mad once. He didn't threaten them once. He didn't see. He wasn't even like trying to be passive aggressive, slipping nothing in. He just talked to them normally and like white people have conversations like that, and you feel bad for him. But unfortunately, it's been pushed to a point where that's just going to be collateral damage. Sadly, you know, what will happen to guys like that isn't really our fault. It's his own people's fault because they kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And then we just, you know, something had to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not saying anything. I don't know. You can go ask around yourself. I don't know any secret plans. They don't put me on the board of whites. I have no idea. I just know historically what's happened in the past. And I see what's happening now. Alright, I gotta go up. Nia's looking for me. Another fucking race episode. Fucking why? Because it's always in my face, that's why. It's always race in my face. Races in my face. Races. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.